I'm Nana Farika. The time has come for the lioness to tell her story from her viewpoint and tell the world who Queen Omega is. This is the lion's voice.
Well, lion voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion voice, got to show the people them the life. Lion voice. Poor man working for the rich man. Rich man don't care about the poor. But look along the rich man own the poor man land. The poor say him can't take it no more. But look along the poor man working for the rich man. Rich man don't care about the poor. But look along the rich man own the poor man land. The poor say him can't take it no more. One day he started chanting, give me some land. Want get some land. Wanna build my own house, be my own man then. Give me some land. Want get some land. I wanna raise some little baby with a pretty black woman. Dirty Babylon. Them want to stop the movement. Stop the family, them bring down unemployment. Them want the black woman become a single parent. No daddy can't about if Babylon not pay your rent. Without the Vatican servants start the enslavement. Buckingham get rich off of the slave shipment. Uncle Sam no want no reparation argument. Them just provide opportunities for prison sentence. Who profits from a whole community's imprisonment? This a big man up a top account him dollars and cents.
What do you have to tell the people about Ras Tafari?
Light to the world. The king of kings and the conquering line of the tribe of Judah. I left himself. Where's my ruler? Hey yo! Yeah, hear them high, hear the black king born the 23rd of July. So tell them guy who praise God up in the sky, it's a lie. The Almighty living on your night. From ancient time them a try. Them Romans know them just open them suit and ties. Criminals ain't got no alibi, they stole my people. Then them come without them genocide.
Are you talking about slavery?
Them couldn't kill. The lion will come conquer Judah tribe. Go through tribulation, and I strive, see sufferation, and I still rise. That's why we tell them in America, live Rastafari in every ghetto area. We come to tell them in a Toronto, straight at it. Greetings in that divine name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I. Glory and honor in the name of his chosen queen, Empress Waziri Menen. My name is Kwasi Bansu, aka the Chasmach Kwasi, aka Ras Kwasi, aka the Reading Ras, aka the Pan-African Happy Man. I'm a creative industry attorney, I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an actionist, and right now, I'm the host of the Lion's Voice. Welcome to the Lion Voice Network, and welcome to Lion Talk Live, where we are bringing the frontline soldiers in the battle for good over evil, the battle of Rastafari family worldwide. We are giving thanks for the gathering and the uprising. I have to big up, before I go any further, I have to big up the Lion Pride. We are growing family. The Lion Pride now numbers over 1,825 souls. I remember when it was 10 of us. So make sure you subscribe, become part of the family, like and share, make we shake up the algorithm. Big up all of the family globally. We have some big announcements that we're going to announce. We're going somewhere for the coronation. We're going to have some exclusive footage, exclusive interviews. So make sure you become part of the Lion Voice Network. This is an uprising. We see what's happening in the Middle East. We see the wars, rumors of wars. Armageddon is on. And what is Rastafari doing in this hour that we shared with the people? I know the item curious, and the item going to find out right now. But enough of that. Make we go into our very special guest. Tonight, we take the item into the second capital of Jamaica. We're going into Montego Bay. The item hear about Montego Bay, say Pit 4, Dede, the Bingy man, them a Pit 4, big up family. But there is Rastafari all over Montego Bay. We're going to hear about Montego Bay settings. We're going to hear about one of the foundation organizations within the Rastafari family. It's a joy, family, for I and I to welcome a brethren who charged to Africa, community development, bringing street university to the youth them. The brethren is doing some mighty works, and we are going to highlight the brethren works. We're going to also be very clear. Right now, the brethren has an open case in front of Jamaica court. He's fighting a battle that will impact all of Rastafari moving forward. So very special brethren. Please let us welcome our brethren, elder brethren too. Negos, welcome.
Rastafari. Yes, Rastafari, give thanks,
Yeah,
yes,
man,
sir.
give thanks. Give thanks for the I journey. Give thanks to join I and I tonight to share the I story, because we don't want to hear no rumors any further. Rastafari, we're stepping up now. We're creating our own media platforms. We want to hear from the lion's own mouth, the lion story. So just give us a history of the I, where the I was born, what was it like as a youth for the I, the settings, your family life in the early days, please.
Yeah. Well, I and I was born in a place named Nani within St. Elizabeth region, where an old lady was living in that Iowa, and then I forward to Montego Bay, from a tender age we're in, very early, and we come live in a place named Granville as a youth, and leave from Granville to Art Street, which is the same community where we there from, right? From them time till now. You see it? And in Art Street now you find say it was a community where, very militant place, and in them days as a youth, I always see the Rastafari in the space, and all type of ones used to surface, because I Ghetto. So all type of youth.
Just gonna ask if it's an inner city settings.
Yeah, it's a Ghetto. So people from all walks of life at the surface. And then I forward from one of them yard there.
Okay.
Where, ones that are forward from Kingston, all over Jamaica, them forward to the gates there. In a place named Fox Yard. Yeah, so it's a foundation, Chalice Yard.
Okay.
So you'll find one Shamal over Rastafari, Road Boy, all of the ones that just come and just hold our vibes in other spaces. So, we grew up as a tender age within that space, and over the years, we still always been in this community, Art Street, when, we kind of grew up and see some type of Rasta where some serious Rastafari in them space, growing up, because you find, say, there was some Rasta where them not rockle, that was the word of the ones them that using at them time there.
Yeah, man.
No rocklings, meaning say, I one could even walk around this part, the ones them a cook. If I want to walk around this, the pot might just kick off of the fire, and I one definitely couldn't touch a one utensil and them thing there. Even I and I as youth, if I get some spice from the Rastas in them time there, when I get a plate from my old lady, I hold it very far, for the Rasta would I drop something in it to give her,
Yes. So they were holding an order, they were holding a militancy within their levity.
We grew up come see that, Yeah, we grew up come see that levity there within the Rastafari, Yeah.
Yeah,
So, you
man.
know,
Give thanks. And we're so that I was not Rastafari as a youth ample growing up in terms of the locks and thing.
as a youth temple, I never have locks at the early stage, but my first journey with Rastafari was with my old man still, because my old man was a Rasta man, you know,
Okay.
original Rasta man from in church from Kingston, you know, up in a Mona Common, you know, a
Okay.
Rasta Jappy, you know, so when I'm forward in the region, in the west, yeah, but I bring I going at hills and my first ital food and everything that was from him. The first
Okay.
cut I sleep, you know, the first ganja farm I going at. It was him bring in them space there, you know,
Okay.
but while I journey and, you know, him there Kingston and I there in a Mobile, you know, so it's a kind of different with I and him and the connection, you know, so I just reach out to I and send something, come give I from time to time, you know.
Yes, yes. So
Yeah,
there is a second generation Rastafari then.
yeah, and I want to tell you, say, even if I old man, them call him Bongo Ramsey, you know,
Okay.
so I don't know, cause I from Brother Man days, so I don't wonder if him was a Rasta and a certain if say it, you know, but when I analyze him name, you know,
Yes.
but I definitely know say I old man was a Rasta man, so possibly it's a third generation and a certain still.
Possibly third generation. So the root runs deep with the
Yeah,
eye.
that's right.
So as a youth, take time and through the process now. You know, you Rastafari is a culture, but then it also connect forward to this Ethiopian king. You know, take eye forward to the eye becoming conscious now
All
of this
right.
Ethiopian king and the significance.
Yeah, so you want to see now, and as a youth now, you know, we grew up as youth and we play football and we interact with some youth around the African symbol, you know. You know, we used to run amongst the African symbol. I'm telling the African symbol of a football team, you know.
What was
Only
African symbol? What was that?
African symbol is really a sound, a music sound. I bet you they
Okay.
have a sound in African symbol, one of the champion sound, one of the biggest sound, you know. Yeah, and it's like the Virgin have a football team also where we have all of the youths them where come out of the Dakasta Cup and play film and thing, and you know the whole energy was right. So and I as a youth, they know as baller youth, they around the ones them and really I grew up. But one day I man they a reason to two elder reason. Them really a reason I as a youth just there and there, about the age of 13, you know. And when I listen to Bridget, them a reason, history and prophecy. So
Okay.
I'm listen to my reason within the Bible. And I eyes up Haile Selassie as the Christ in his kingly character. And as
Okay.
a youth, I get what the ones them I say. You know, the first time that I really
How old was the eye at that time?
13 years old them time there.
13. And what year? Just give us some context around the year. What year was that?
About 87, 86 them time there.
Okay,
You
okay. So
see?
80s, late
Yeah,
80s.
them time there. You know,
Okay.
so
So
like
how was what was the vibe like in Montego Bay generally? Were there a lot of Rasta? Was the vibe strong in the late 80s? Because we don't hear about no big Pan African sound systems in Jamaica anymore. You had African Star one time. I hear about African Symbol now. We had Caveman. We had a whole heap of, but we don't really hear them sound there again. You know, and Jah Love. You know, we had some powerful conscious sound, and I'm hearing from the eye, but no, I don't really see that energy at Jamaica anymore. But how, how did that connect? What was the vibe in Montego Bay like with Rastafari in the late 80s when the eye was having these revelations?
all right, you know, in the late 80s, it was a time when once Rastafari was still a farmer outcast, you know, to the people them. You know, them never
Yes,
really glorify I and I so much.
yes,
You know, even your parents would have feel away if him see you say Rastafari, you know, because him know the tribulation we are gonna face you. You know, so mama never love that and you know, most youth. So the people them never look for Rastafari, you know, with the best eyes. You know them time there. Them did I look for I and I in our way like, you know, we are some crazy people.
yes,
You know?
yes.
Yeah, especially, you rise up and I say Haile Selassie I. Haile Selassie I the Almighty, you really I say it in another way there. You say it and putting on something in front of it or putting something around it. You just I say it raw.
Raw.
Yeah, and I make them know say yes, Haile Selassie I deal with. And so I want to tell you, me personally at a time when I find the glory of Haile Selassie and I met this child of fire, I kinda did isolate myself in a way wherein I just really deal with people who are see things eye to eye with I. Even my brethren them, even at this community, but I just pass my brethren them. And most time not even heal I and I heal my brethren them. And it's really I brethren them for chewing about because we know what say when I want to see Rastafari, eye to eye like you, in my message as a madman.
Yeah.
You should say you're fool. Because you say Haile Selassie the Almighty and thing. So we go through the whole of them phase there. But I want to tell you say in the 90s now, because even at the 80s them time there, when I see Rastafari at the fullness.
Yes.
Them time there. I never really met the trad. Till the 90s.
When you say met the trad, what do you mean?
I mean like start grow for I locks now.
Okay.
Yeah. I never the grow I locks them time that I just still the whole of conscious vibration because we really come out of a conscious environment. We have some youth where when we are grow, we see Haile Selassie I in our house as long as we live.
Okay. So their mother was Rastafari too?
No, I old lady. Never really eyes up Rastafari or
okay.
But I want to tell you, she not fight I and I. She not fight I and I. Even when I was a youth man now and start link history and prophecy now, biblical way I get and thing. Even when I go check them all on a Sunday day, my old lady that just sit up in the couch and just the whole family that sit up in the hall and them just give her the Bible. And I just go now and share the history and the prophecy. But I learned from the ancient them time there. Just go on and make them know. So it's like them never really love what I do 100%, but from an early stage, them sister I know what I do. Because I bring forward the Bible and them themselves love to see when I forward and come quote some scripture and thing with them. See it? Yeah, because say that at the stage when we are beginning and forward before you grow within yourself and I bring out the true self out of you, but in terms of the basic Rastafari when we did it, so history and prophecy we did that deal with, Yeah.
That is how I learn it same way, from the elders. I was blessed to learn from some ancients where, straight history and straight prophecy. So we give thanks that I come off of that tradition. No, what was the age when you start put on your covenant now?
When I start put on a covenant, and I was about like 18, 19.
18, 19, okay. And that was when? That was the 90s, you say?
Yeah, that was the 90s.
So this is also the rise, some people would say is the golden era of dancehall music.
I would say it's a golden era of Rastafari.
Okay.
To I is the biggest uprising in Jamaica. The 90s. The whole rise international, I check it worldwide.
Okay, so what was the cause? Because that was the early, Garnet Silk and them ones there, knowing how the musically were representing Tony Rebel.
Naturally.
Them ones that did rise up and Everton blend that time and other ones,
That was the direction where the music take Caperton and some brethren did project some energy. Then you find Sizzla and them youth that come rise up now.
And then Anthony
even a more informative vibration now to the youth them now. So you find in that era that even I feel good to see even a youth like that when come on the scene. Like Sizzla, cause it's like when him forward them time there, him forward with so much words. That's fine said the people them now look for Rasta as he that again.
No,
Rasta youth has said so much things, you know. They might have never loved certain things or them that I look upon in terms of fire and thing. But the fire, the purification. So we did like that era there in the 90s. Whole heap of youth arise and the whole music did as a Rastafari and project the positive energy. In that time.
I'm glad you touched that point. What do you think was the spark for that early 90s there? What do you think was the spark? Yeah, I can turn off the iPhone, is possible? Just take a little moment. We're live, people. So Elder Negos is an important man in the city. This is exclusive interview that we are get Lion Voice Network. This is a man where really active in the community. You can hear the people and want to get to Elder Negos. He's taking the time. So make sure you put your questions in the comment section. If you have not subscribed to the platform, subscribe to the platform. We're headed for 2,000 subscribers by the end of this month is the goal. We have a big announcement we are going to make. Shortly, we're making a chad for the coronation. So we'll be bringing some exclusive coverage. We have our elder Negos here who is chatting from Montego Bay. So live from Montego Bay, Jamaica right now. And we're getting the history. We're going to go into the foundation of Root House. Root House is one of the foundation organization within the Rastafari family in Montego Bay. They had a football team, all kind of thing. I think we lost the connection. We'll soon bring forward the brethren. So, we give thanks. This is exclusive, and that's why I say we're just getting started. Big up the Lion Pride, everyone who has been supporting the content going forward and watching the old episodes. We keep on hitting new milestones, and it's very humbling. So we give thanks for the item support. And again, we're gonna talk to Elder Negos, get the history. This is a brethren that also chatted to Africa and actively working on the continent, and ones who follow the channel know that this is a repatriation channel. We are active. Rastafari, the foundation of the Chad, which was always international black repatriation, is active. This is not relegated to the historical dustbin. No, Rastafari is evolving, it's moving, and we want to use this channel to bring that reality into the digital fullness. This is not a channel where you're going to hear the gossip or who doing this and that. No. This is about the forward movement. We just dropped the interview with I Never Knew TV, the founder, Positive Brethren Jr. His channel is blowing up right now. He has Shorazad Ali interview went viral. He has the Riza Islam interview going viral. He just dropped some interview upon the people. We interviewed him about how he built that empire. He's closing in on 500,000 subscribers. The brethren has built a full-time business where he's employing people. So big up Junior, I Never Knew TV family. Definitely a strong part of the network. We're looking forward. So if you haven't seen that episode of Lion Talk, check it out. We're trying to bring Negos forward into, it looked like he had some Wi-Fi difficulty. But the brethren was giving us history of Rastafari in the Montego Bay area. Again, this is one of the community, the brethren that in the community that really maintain the order, maintain the standard. We're talking about the Rastafari man standard on this channel. These are some of the elders or the ones them who through the years maintain that integrity with the working people of Jamaica, so we give thanks for the brethren. Yes, I. Give thanks. Everything good.
Yes, sir. Like connection thing a while ago.
Give thanks. No problem. So we were talking about what was the spark that created that wave of culture in the early 90s. What did on the ground, because you're on the ground, with the people and you live it. So what was the spark you think would cause that?
I want to say there was always this conscious vibration musically, because even when the man them did a chart certain music, they did have someone like Charlie Chaplin and them man and Brigadier Jerry and even Joseph William used to lick slackness. So the people them in Jamaica still did have that type of energy. You know, even a man would say he was a rude boy, then he was a type of conscious youth where all a positive vibration, and he was like very close to Rasta, even at them time there. So that energy was always in a Jamaica for years.
Okay.
Yeah, so growing up as a youth, we are listening to Burning Spear and them man. The music, I think the music is the main thing when we spark that, and the music was really airy in a them time there. And even get really nice in the 90s, when it comes to Rastafari music. So I just say it was the music that, ignite the vibration there.
Who was the first to really bust out of that early musical pack from the eye perspective, out of them new crop of artists that came out in the 90s? Which one was first for really make? Was it Capleton?
You see, well, when Capleton left come forward from tour and thing and do that tune, that's I left from Jamaica.
Yes.
And left from Jamaica, go a foreign pan tour and forward. I think the kind of light a type of fire around a Jamaica where the youth them, start, him say him come forward and say everything gone wrong, and it's like the youth them love the music, and him say I'm a prophet now. So that was the start tonight. Buju Banton and them youth that did rise,
Yes.
Buju did rise still and there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Project of Energy same way. But it's like
that's what I'm saying. What was it you're saying that it was the music that created that spark, because it was just popping up everywhere,
Yeah.
So I say the music. So you think Charlie Chaplin and Jolove and them sound they really caused that uprising?
Them always hold that vibes, that conscious vibes where we go, this like the man them would have said like them use the word revival, but in the 90s now it gets really, really popular what them are deal with.
Yeah.
As it's like when a youth are rising at the music. It's like one at a time in the 90s for every artist a Rasta. Yeah, all of the artists them are Rasta. It's like if you're not a Rastafari,
It don't make sense.
The music now work for you. So every youth is a Rastafari, because that was it in the 90s. And I think one of the greatest time, where the most youth rise up.
Hold on 1 second. We have a comment. It says Capleton mess up the thing, Sizzler mess up the thing, Anthony B mess up the thing, Fanton, and all of them, Rothschild. We're going to get to that part, because I want to get Negos' perspective as a brethren on the ground. We're going to touch, but I want to go through the eye journey. So coming up as a young brethren now, the music, the culture, everything now reflect Rastafari. What was the eye space? Were you going to school? What was the eye? You know what I mean? How was the eye chatting them time there?
All right. And as a youth them time there, we used to go down in the street, like down a Montego Bay, Harbour Street. Yeah, close to the craft market now. We are doing a thing, we are working at the NRB them time there. Which is the National Road Bank them time there. Because we didn't know I go and buy dollars. I wanted to pass in them US and we change in US and them thing there. So that was our work them time there as a youth. And within them time now we see it up, and the energy was really higher them time, the more loving of the youth them, even though you'd have some little things still go on and flare up, because our community always have little vibes like them with other community and thing, So we grew up in an environment like that, but at the same time, the youth them would have still even war and say one for one sometime and still deal again. So there was still a love,
Because I'm gonna ask as we get down, because Montego Bay has become one of the most violent part of the island now. So we're gonna work up to that part, but I want carry the story, because we're telling a story. This is where the Lions are telling their own story. So I was there in the ghetto, chatting the locks. You say you used to pass your brethren them. You know, as the eye rise, did the eye ever link forward with them brethren there again, or how did that go?
As I tell us, them brethren as I brethren them, I
Okay.
and them grow. You know, it's I and them grow. But true, I and I know. So we come from a community in a fire where we watch a youth them I say, dread your comb job. And, you know, have all drama with them talk about Rasta and dread na rockle and whole heap of talking them up. But them just always have things. So I and I know and say when we are Rasta now and we arise, we now go in the drama thing with the virgin and furthermore we did that grow some youth where militant. You see me? So when we start taking on Rastafari now, we just do it with that level of militancy there and all of the militancy we would try to put within the next life there, we put it in a Rastafari. So we take on this chapter very serious from a tender age. Yeah, very serious and, you know, stand up for the church serious. You know.
And we don't talk about that enough. The militancy was a necessity because you're amongst bad man. You're amongst all kind of man where, you know, we take it to an extreme. So you're off extreme in your righteousness too. For stand up and get that respect within that environment. So we do give thanks, you know what I mean? So let us get forward to the chad in terms of His Majesty now, because you have a lot of ones where say them is Rasta, but when you reason with them don't really love His Majesty, you know. They know the eye from reasoning with the eye. It said the eye is one of the brethren them what we really love His Majesty. So I want the eye to really just talk about what about Kadamawi Haile Selassie I that the eye, you know, coming up as a youth, you're overstanding. Are you reading books? Is it the Bible straight on the prophecy and the history? Are you doing research? What is the eye pathway to this
All
overstanding?
Right. I am on now, I and I own overstanding. I and I see it up in our street after we done see the ancient them and who did overstand what the man them say within history and prophecy for as a youth. But we still a chat, because you know we didn't get on, you know, the life out the kind of like a sweeter. Because you know have no really measures and certain principles you have to live. So we're there as a youth I go on, you know, there and but we end up I'm a virgin there, a virgin named Ben, him there in America now. You know?
Okay.
It's like and him there go on hold and him have a little book named Ecclesiastes. Them time I mean if I know say Ecclesiastes is a book in the Bible. You know? And me have it and me I go and read it as a youth where, you know? A youth where we are meds. We just are meds like Ghetto youth. And you know Ghetto youth meds. You know? Yeah, so but then I go and read a little book and, you know, I mean I realize that they show me some little things say, you know, like nothing is worthwhile, everything is futile, and man gain the whole world and lose his soul, and they start bring up on some part. I realize it's a Solomon book, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, and time for plant and time for reap and all of these things. And so we have start see ourselves now in the realms of nature.
Okay.
So we start find ourselves in a one way where not even the ants or the mosquito we know want kill now. You know? Yeah, we start think one different way. I think nature find ourselves and just know say yo we are glorify every living thing. We are see the Almighty in every living thing, and you know, we start glorify Black Marcus same time as a youth because we are journey and we are going and get we look at one words and you know what I mean there? Yeah, we are journey and Marcus Garvey and we are love Marcus Garvey and thing and we are eyes up Marcus Garvey and we are getting sound them look to the east, the coming of a king which you know them sound from earlier I hear them thing
man,
we
early.
Look to Africa. Yeah. We are look to Africa and you know we have an ancient now where we're not gonna reason with that ancient there. Because alright, one of my movements, you know, you have all the virgin name Ghana still come on the scene now. At them time that we know have to start at the church serious. Because Ghana still at a youth now, Ghana still kinda give me one type of thing where him drop a song name Love is the Answer. When me is a youth I pray the other way.
Yes.
You know? And as a youth I love Rastafari and I always love Rastafari. You know? Him kind of give me a check in on myself. You know?
Okay.
And
the power of music. The power of music.
Naturally. So with them ecclesiastic that we are show you say, you know, nothing is worthwhile and you know gain the world and lose the soul. So we start finding ourselves say, yo, we are look for the Almighty within us now. You know, see it. And then we are see nature, every living thing. Till we are start our ancient now, we start from getting some scripture. You know, it's like we are Rasta from youth still, you know.
Yeah.
You know, but we never know certain scripture. No one never brings certain scripture now. So one start bring out some scripture like Acts 2 verse 29 and them thing there. One start give you some scripture like he might give you some Psalms 87, you know. He might give you some Psalms like Psalm 64. He might give you some scripture Isaiah 9. He start give you some scripture now. And as I youth now, we're going at evening time and go and study them scripture there and get the link and, you know, start feel more, because the Bible now is like, as if Majesty says, a rallying point. You know, it kind of feel like says a more assurance where you say now, you know, you have clarity so you can go talk to a man about it and think.
Yes.
So we start finding all of these, you know, we start finding all of these Daniel 8 and we start finding all of these things and, you know, Daniel 10 and we are going to find all of the scripture, then we start find, you know, Jeremiah 20.
These are the scriptures about King David offspring and the Lion of Judah and
you know,
tracing the lineage.
The Revelation, we start with all of the scripture them now where we have put them together and I say, well, it's Majesty this, you know, and we start feel firm in ourselves now. So we start put a man now in a nature, you know, because remember they are nature already, you know. So we start put the earth rightful ruler now. When we are saying Haile Selassie, and then now we are saying that for a good while, all of the virgin them start grow relaxed. We never start grow relaxed, you know, because we kind of street youth one way. Where we are saying, yo, we have a certain. So what we are do, we now have to turn back. Yeah, we now want to do this, and when we do this, we reach halfway and River Jordan and turn back. So we want to make sure we are got full. You know, see it? Yeah, so the man say, we just know, say, all right. We find out, say, His Majesty now. So one day, let me find His Majesty from all these scripture and all of these history and prophecy and thing and feel certain. I have myself now, I have a virgin in my chat, and I just have myself one day, say, so far, right, if the eye know, say, it's Haile Selassie the Almighty, who the eye have to prove something with now out there. And from that day, the fire, I just know, say, I hear me. I have no one to prove nothing but Haile Selassie, I have something to prove. Him, and from that day, I just start journey and grow my locks. Yeah, I just start growing my locks from them time there.
Mighty. Those are the stories. Those are the stories we want on this platform, mighty, because and you could watch and identify, you know what I mean, with the eye journey. And these are the things that help to inspire a generation, because I'm going to give you some hard question, you know, Negos. Don't feel like it's just an easy time to come to get an easy time, you know. Because we want to know why the youth of today gravitate to the scamming and the bleaching. And, you know, because Montego Bay are one of the bleaching capital, you know, from what me I hear, you know. So we want to know why the youth, you know, leave from this, from the eye time, you know what I mean, the eye was dealing with, you know, still militant youth, still dealing with ghetto youth and, yes, violence and them thing they are going and, yes, ghetto runnings are going, but as the eye said, there was a more Pan-African vibration, black vibration. What happened down in Montego Bay, Negos? Because you're down there, you know, you say your place, you know. So we want to know what do I think change?
In Montego Bay, you know, you find, say, everything has changed in Jamaica. The glory started with the music, so the changes are with the music, same way. So it's always been, I remember I said the music from Jamaica, you know. But here are the changes now. You see the changes, Peter Tutt say you can't blame the youth. Because here we are going, you see the changes that we are going around at Jamaica, you know, and Montego Bay in particular now. And Jamaica on a whole. Because the changes where they happen around here now, you find, say, is a foreign invaders coming in for way.
Okay.
You know? And come and, you know, water down with music. You know? Yeah. And change the whole concept of how Jamaica used to project him vibration. So the youth them come in now and they must see a different thing. So you know, say a generation You know, and you find says the next set of youth them this, and what them see a go on is music where I say sex and violence. You know,
Yes.
when we are grew up, our music wasn't based upon that. You know,
No.
so you find say a youth in him house now, and him never even see a gun, him never link no bad company, but him just a listen a song. And the song with the youth a listen, him know how to kill a man and how to fire a gun. You know,
Yes.
whereas him a learn everything upon YouTube now. So
Yes.
I'm on that say is a system where kill off Bob Marley them. You know, make Jamaica music become like that because three things in Jamaica them fight, you know, them fight reggae music.
Yes.
Because reggae music always I challenge them and I wake up the people them over the world and rise up revolutionary in Africa. I make the African leaders them wise and thing. So the system there see the reggae music as a threat. Also see the Rasta man as a threat.
Yes.
You know, see it? Yeah. So him see ganja as a threat. Because all of these things because you find say the ganja now is it them say the Rasta man a smoke. You know? And it unlock the brain where when him not see and hear, him still think about it. You know? So when them find say that I go on now, them are saying, you know, so we are gonna attack them three things. So is the attack of foreign invaders in Jamaica why the youth them are behave like that. You know, see it?
Programming is happening to water down the sound.
Naturally.
So can we save the music, Negos? You know, because this is a very important brethren in terms of his role in the community. So I have maximum respect for the work. And we're going to talk about some of the work he's doing there because it's not a talk shop, brethren. Can we save the music, Negos?
Well,
is there hope for the music?
You know, so the music still, you still have the conscious youth them out there. Whole heap of conscious positive youth. It's just the radio station. The people them own the radio station and them thing that are the situation right now, and what them decide for publish because a whole as Richie Spice, a whole barrage of risers youth man out there a chant positive music, but them not endorsing this music because what I say is a system where require them type of thing, and the Jamaica music mashup, it means if violence in the music of Jamaica, that means the violence that gone way forward. The violence that gone way forward on Africa and thing. Because we just a while ago said we just said the reggae music did wake up African leaders. So you find me there in Ethiopia and then at Shashamane. And when we go over our Sistine gates, we see a piece of cardboard over there in our gates. And we write on the cardboard in our gates is Tamale Sparta, Uncle Demon, Wives Cartel, Gaza, and all of these things. So
in
you
Africa, in Ethiopia,
in Shashamane.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Tommy Lee is from your side of a town, Tommy Lee and the Demon Energy. Yeah. So I know them place flankers. I know flankers.
Yeah, man. Flanker our community same way, I want Montego Bay, I just divide Montego Bay. And as I said, the divide we are going is not the youth them fault. It's a system out there. We set it so to make the youth them turn upon themselves, divide and conquer. See it? That's the whole thing we are going. See it?
Let's talk about the journey to creating Root House. What are they? Because I is a founder of, a foundation there in Montego Bay. Brethren have been gathering, you talk about football, different activities over the decades. What is the origin of Root House and what was the journey from a young Rastafari brethren to creating Root House?
as a Rastafari, as a youth, we kind of never see ourselves as a solo Rastafari, but always see ourselves as part of the whole Rastafari, the whole thing, you know? Yeah, so you find that treading up as a youth, you know, we are trad Bobo Shanti, you know, we still trad our Naya being the same way. You know,
Okay.
we see within the family and the love, we still see the segregation. So as a youth now, I say, you know, say, I really and truly would have want to be part of the solution, and what I could have really used now, something where I could have went forward with, where no one could say them is not, you know. And then I say, you know, say, we come from a community to, you know, where we have some youth around here. Some of the youth them we used to be part of, name Wild Bunch, you know, see it, and Road Boy and Militant youth them same way, you know,
Yes.
see it. Yeah, so in a community like that now, we still a journey, and we are eyes of Rastafari, you know. We are say, you know, say, at the route we are go with, you know, and if we say route, no, Rasta can't say, him on a route, you know,
Yes.
see it,
Smart.
because no matter where I'm there, near and far, international, skywide, you know, the Rastafari know say him a root. He might not root house, but him a root. So
Yes.
even I original days, we never say root house in the early stage, you know. We did say house of root. You
Also
know,
root.
that was
Yes.
the original name we did I use, because in them time they used to have like house of honor, you know, just as a far right, house of David, house of dread, you know. So we just say house of root them time there. You know, and further on down the line, we start say root house, and once that's a root house, and we just go with that same way. You know? Yeah, but it's original house of root, because we did not see every man as the root. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So what is the mission of Root House? What was the vision?
yeah. All right. As some set of youth now, we did rise up in a Montego Bay as the youth them. The first Rastafari set of youth them where come together. And a man knows a whole heap of Rasta around the art street round there. So in a them time, the man can know one thing, you know. We did have some next virgin rise up in a mobile same way. Like you, like Kanaka, them, China, eye them youth, the name, I Ziniga, you know. Them youth, there's some youth name, Ground Lizard, where them call him Kunte Kente, you know. Some youth did rise up where I burn some serious fire on you. You know,
Okay.
so in a Montego Bay, you know, you did have a farmer community where whole heap of Rasta youth arise. So we, you know, did have that togetherness where we, you know, in our community now, we put on all that Rastafari togetherness, and the King Earth Strong, or, you know, just hold some vibes and call once a chant, and we've been always doing them vibration there over the years, and we find say even at early time when we are raising, we used to have a lane, you know, in a Agate lane, where a lane up the road there's a Agate lane, you know, and we see it up in the front Agate lane, and we used to burn out some big fire in the road, you know, because it's like other type of vibration that we are project and all that church in the lane, and you know, all has some reason more with the pastor in front of the youth them and them thing there. Because them time that we start learning history and the prophecy, you know. So we
Yes.
start reading now and quote scripture with them, and we find some youth that are there and go and listen up and realize that, yo, you know what, say the Rasta or taught the pastor to the point of one at a time one of the pastor tell I say, you know what, say the I worship worship the Father in a spirit, and thing I may assure himself, you know what, say anyone worship the Father in a spirit is an antichrist. And they must say, no, you know, because I must say you have to worship God as a spirit, and I worship, and I tell them say, who worship God in a spirit is an antichrist, you know. And I draw for a scripture in 1 John 4, where I tell them, say, beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirit whether they have God. Because many false prophets gone out in the earth. Hereby know the spirit of God. Any spirit that confess of Christ is come in flesh is of God. And any spirit confess of Christ come not in flesh is not of God, and that's the spirit of an antichrist. You see when I show the pastor that the pastor look on and say, you see us, you study more than I know. You see them youth with long life and machine that you feel lead them, you know. You know what I mean? So it's like we project all these vibes in front of the youths them. So the man them would just the youth them just start ras up on the fine. So when we are raising and the youth them forward now, we are raising history and prophecy and we start right up in our lane and get one paint up. We have some youth named Morris and thing. Plain clothes Rasta youth till finally them come across, you know, a Rasta named Fire. You know, we chat from out of the Caribbean and coming at the lane same way. So we did just project some vibes and we are draw up in the lane and write up history and prophecy now. As we get the prophecy, then we start put them on, get man come write them on the thing them and thing and on the fence them and thing. So we start high school and green the space and the youth them come in, come reason. I find so when the youth them come reason now, the youth them, even when them want to move, them now move. And I see that.
Nice.
You know, I asked them now move so I can tell all the virgins say, yo, you know, so I see the virgin them more left with them now left, you know. No one leave. So we start every youth.
So when all of this is happening, you know, it's a culture explosion because, you know, from outside we hear some dangerous name come out of Mobile. We hear name like Stone Crusher, you know, lot of some power gang where come out of that. How were the bad man them treating the eye them, you know, because you're in the inner city where enough badness happen. Were they respecting the eye them or how was that? You know, did they you know, how did that work?
Well, I haven't said the bad man them respect Rasta until now. You know, we never really see the Rasta man in a fire. The eye have to really mix up, you know, because the youth them know Rastafari, you know. And you know, when we are this journey at the early stage, we hear say I live it to protect. And we always try to do that. You know, our ancient them used to tell us, Rasta youth, I live it to protect, you know. You know, see it. So we always know, say, yo, it's how you live, you know.
Hold on, then, Negos. Break that down because some of the listeners, this is global, you know, this is going to go out global. Break that down because that is such a crucial point. You said the liberty protect. Break that down, please.
Yeah, you find, so now, you living at the ghetto, you know, as a Rasta man. First you have to do. You see, we know, we don't smoke cigarettes. We don't drink liquor. We don't mix up in our flesh eating. We don't move loose. You know? We don't know little eat that thing with people. You know, we project a love and the most thing them can say, yo, the rest is them serious. You know, and what we serious is we live it. You know? So I want to know, say he's a man where you find say in our ghetto, you know. You will tell all a man certain thing where for next man tell him he might get in some serious problem. But true is a Rasta man and a man knows say he's a man stand for certain things. Him not react or him would react. With a man where him knows say don't stand for nothing.
Okay.
You know? Even in time of how him behave, him knows say yo the Rasta can all rat and him we all know say him take the Rasta rat. And if it's the next man a rat, maybe he wouldn't take it. You know?
Yeah.
So
probably I'll kill him too. I'll kill him too.
Yeah, we live to see them respect there. And we as a youth, where we show every little youth respect, you know. That's how we live as a Rasta man, you know, because, you know, you see we, one thing, you know, you see when we're ancient them, there's a lot of things where them can teach you, but you see we have a lot of things to teach the youths. You find, say, even a youth, that is something I used to be. You know, see it? Yeah, and I used to be a youth. Anyone at the age of the youth them be, and I used to be that.
It's true.
You know, so you find say as a Rasta you overs them. And you know when a youth a change from him reach 16, 17, he might become a man. So him whole mentality is different. And if him come from the ghetto, there's not much goal for him. More than for know so you can protect yourself. You can defend yourself. Ghetto just generally build them where the Babylon design these things around ghetto. You know? Make sure say that is what you can do. You know? So I know say we know how you react when him reach a certain age. So we know how to deal with him. You know? So that is a part of our liberty where we use all the while, you know, is know how to deal with a one. You know, so no one now come and get upset with we, you know. Someone still have to do that. Because even Haile Selassie them go on them way with. You know?
Of course.
Yeah, so we know say But most of all, we live to live. You know? We live to live for alright. And we respect a little youth and a young youth, we give him respect. We don't violate him. We don't treat him no way, we don't disregard. We treat him like a man. Cause we know say a man is just a man in all his glory and in his simplicity, you know. And we respect people. You know, as Rasta, we respect people. You know, we burn fire upon, you know, certain liberty. We'll never seize that fire. But you know, we respect people. And
Respect
you know,
people.
even the ones them who there in our community and them even go them church, we still show them that love. Because most time we see them for the livication of them take towards that and livicate themselves towards our faith while no people don't care about the Almighty. So, you know, we still show them one the certain love as a Rasta. You know? Yeah, so
Give thanks. And we have a comment here from Keith Forbes say every youth must be happy respect King Negos. Him show every garrison youth love, you know. So him just him a validate what I say, you know, in real time, you know.
give thanks,
Yeah, man.
Rastafari, you
You
know?
know, so it's
Yes,
an
sir.
honor to have the eye, you know, as a grassroots Rastafari. Because we have whole heap of PhD, all them thing there, but Rastafari go beyond just certification in the Babylon institution. Rastafari is global, you know, and it touched the heart. Does the eye have any formal education?
For real.
Did the eye get any
Well,
formal
I and I,
education?
we is
Yeah,
a
go ahead.
youth with them with a call. We is a youth with a Rasta school. We is a youth with them call him drop out. We drop out of school from a tender age. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, so most of our education is the education that can make you able to survive. You know, because you find say most of the education that we get is life teaching. You know,
Okay.
the real education where life require. You know?
And remember that I just tell the people that you were educating pastors who went to Bible college and these things, and you were educating them about the prophecy. So I want the people them understand that, you know what I mean, the spirit of the Most High, or the iris of the Most High guided the brethren to learning. You know what I mean? It don't have to go through a formal institution like that. I want to make the people them know this clear, you know. Because
That's
the eye has achieved so much in life, you know, that couldn't even, you know, some of these institutions, because we're going to talk about the eye works in Africa. We're going to talk about some of the other things that the eye is doing. But no, so Rastafari Root House, what you know, are some of the works? Because I told I about, for example, the street university, some of the things just share with the family globally, because we have ones from Africa who watch this. Ethiopia is the second largest audience for this channel too, you know. So let the ones them know what are some of the works in Montego Bay that they have been doing over the years.
all right, over the years now, we start out with our first space, you know, the People's Arcade. You know, about 98 them time there. We start out in the People's Arcade. That was Root House Ital. You know, them time there, Rastafari was very much together. We never have a plan together. You know? Yeah, we'd just sit up at any given time. We could have 10 and 8 and 9 warriors just roll up. You know, we keep that type of fire them time there. You know, it was great joy. You know? Yeah, so we start from this and, you know, that's our original space. We still have that space then. You know?
Okay.
And then we forward to our community now, which is Art Street, Barracks Road, you know, and we rise a space up at the standpipe, you know, where in front of the lane now we always a burn the fire.
Yes.
You know, we end up get a space as one of my brethren, Moses now, and Moses family them control the land. The Moses our brethren, founding member of Root House, same way.
Okay,
You know?
Big up Moses.
Yeah. You know, so it's like we move from this and now and, you know, move the shop from down this and forward the shop in a Art Street, you know, where, you know, Iron and them youth and now our brethren them, you know, would have be the chef in the shop and thing, you know, I trad, you know, a whole family, Makanan, you know, whole heap of brethren, you know, Tinagodi, you know,
Okay.
Okonko. Yeah,
Okay.
all hosts our brethren them and not for the ones that them name no call and you know,
Yes, yes, yes.
yeah, still there and we just continue to hold that positive vibration and raise Rastafari, hold chanting, keep the strong present of Rastafari, present ital food, you know, have some gathering, you know, in the 90s when Jack Ure up in the prison now we start keep something named Free Jack Ure and thing and you know we are keep a portion of that for a couple of years till him reach all the road, you know.
Okay.
You know, we
So
are keep
these are big gatherings, and they are always providing ital sip in the inner city.
naturally. No, this inner city, I'll tell you, you know, is a
Yeah.
space where when I grow up, I see the man them kick off pot if you walk beside it. So it's
Okay.
always a ital space. The whole pepper
Okay.
pot and them thing there was always
Okay.
round with growing as a youth. You know, because we
Okay.
have some ancient like Bongo Shira and them man there. You know, the man they used to chat up with Bongo youth on the, you know, seaside them time there. You know,
Okay.
the ancient Congo man. So we always have that vibration.
So talk about how far is the eye from the tourism, because most people think of Montego Bay, then think about the tourist beach and sun, you know, how far is where the eye talking about from all of them settings and the strip and all of
Alright,
those
you know what I
things.
say? I there would have on the hill of Montego Bay, you know. It's like you find say maybe a 20 good half hour walk from where me there to go out on the strip way. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, and maybe a 10 or 15 minutes drive could have go out there. You know?
Okay.
Because we're there in the heart of the town, same way, you know. But where we there
Okay.
now, I'm most where you have some place like Barnet Lane, Railway Lane, you know, it's majestic forward on the train in another
Yes.
region there. Yeah, in another
Yes.
region there where the train line is there and thing.
Is that up in the is it there hills there, or how it look? Because I
It's
know Granville Hills.
yeah, I want to tell you say it's in the center of the town, man. Barracks Road is in the
The center of Montego Bay, the
center
town
of
proper.
Montego Bay. As I hear it name Art Street,
Yeah,
you
Hart
know?
Street. Okay.
Yeah.
So for those who know Mobile, they will know. Did I know First Man too? How long did I know First Man as a next Montego Bay man?
Yeah man, I have no first man maybe out in the early 2000s. There.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, in the early 2000s, it starts the first man coming with Iron Station bridging them and Iron them bridging there, you know.
Yes, I
Ash
remember
Iron,
them
you know.
bridging there. I remember
Yes,
them bridging there. I meet them bridging there up at Malvern, up at Earthquake,
see. Yeah, man.
in the
Iron
early
Panaka,
2000s. Yeah,
Iron Panaka, Asha and the whole one, Aisha and the
yeah,
whole
man.
family, you know.
And everybody had tried it in sackcloth.
Yeah. Them time then, a real
And then
iron, you know.
eat no cook food,
Yeah, man.
no, you know what I mean?
Some
So
bridging journey all out America name Iceton and them you the Iceton Iron, you know.
I remember the bridging. I remember the
Yeah,
bridging, yeah, man. We meet them bridging and spend time up at Earthquake there. You
yeah,
know, the
man.
earth that time I was in law school too, and come out to Jamaica to do some studies, you know, at the university. So all right, so Root House, talk to us about the street university, and you know you bring in ones like the brethren Kadamari knife the town, and you know what is that all about?
Alright. Straight university, you know, was you know, after a while when we find the ones them where we are glorified musically. Straight university come this way, Rasquazi. We are glorified some youth in the music, you know, and we are glorified them and them they make a change power, you know? Yeah. They make a change power in the music. Some youth will call them name and glorify them earlier. They make a change power in the
Yes,
music. Find
yes,
him start project a bad man energy. So it's like
yes,
when I listen music now, we have them youth there, like him say everything we could have said musically, you know? So it's like I and I now start to say, yo, you know, say need want to listen to music again too, you know. I just stop listening to music them time now. Good while I not listen to music one at the time, Ras was it.
Wow.
I man just start watch a documentary.
Documentary. I know exactly the time that the guy is talking about. That was like the 2000s.
Yeah. David Einkan, the whole of them ones Alex and I watch a whole of them documentary and start learning enough things, and then I watch all even the virgin name Ras Kweze. You know?
Okay.
There's some chematic thing, and we watch some whole heap of documentary, and there's a different information now, different source, because we feel like say no one can come, even now we don't feel like no one can come say certain thing in the music again, and we are watching good. We have to come good. Because you them say the most things, you know, get a ride for the money. You know? Yeah.
Music is coming, you know, don't worry, you know, that's my field too, you know. So I'm an artist too, Negos. Me soon send you some music and make you know what I go on, cause we not left it. But I understand, because a lot of us were disappointed because my uprising was Sizzla Kalonji straight, you know. I listen to early Sizzla, you know what I mean, because the first time I hear about Melchizedek I from Sizzla Kalonji. Make me go start study certain thing, and you know, come never hear that in a music before. You know what I mean? I think he's one of the greatest songwriter Jamaica ever see. You know, them early 90s, you know, from the late 90s come up to the 2000. That little period there, you know. And then Capleton was a matching, because Capleton would have to give him ratings, you know. And then Luciano, you know, balance
Luciano, Michael General, Holy Payot.
The whole heap of them. And I was just telling,
you know, Anthony B. You know,
yes, Anthony B.
Like the fire,
man.
The whole vibration.
Richie Spice, same way. You know? So, but there was a shift, and we felt it globally. Because when that shift happened, you know, a lot of brethren trimmed too. You know? Because a lot of brethren were rising their locks. When I was at university, we had a lot of brethren put on them covenant, them time there when the music was at that height, you know. And when the music shift back, we lost a lot of brethren, faith went with it too, you know. Which, you know, is probably part of it. But right now, we have so much to do, and I don't want to spend on that too long, but we're going to return, because I know Rothschild wanted to talk about that part. But talk to us about the eye chatting into Africa now, you know? How did that, when was the first chat to Africa?
My first chat to Africa was, I have eyes up Bonga Bashai, you know? Bonga Bashai was the first one where I want to bring Bonga Bashai to Ethiopia, you know, and Bonga Bashai select I as a youth to journey with him, you know. So while we got Kingston now, and I got the consulate, you know, Ethiopian consulate, and I try to make the journey and thing, you know, kind of improving, real difficult how things did I go, you know. Never got you with a smooth flow and thing, and you know, Virgin Bobo Julius, Link and I when we are town and tell us, and Negos, you know, say, you have a trip to go Africa, you know. The ones that run a veggie meals and wheels, I deal with it, you know, and thing, you know. I say, we'll go around it. I'm say, all right, Bongo Bash, we'll go around it. I'll go around it at the night and we'll find, say, the trip I go Gambia. You know, I say, no, this is one and I left, you know, we're destined for go Africa already. So we just go around at the Ethiopia consulate and understand one of them say, yo, yeah, me. You for the passport and even the money where we put in for pay for the visa, we tell them say, yo, just hold that and give that to some charity in Ethiopia. She kinda refused to do that still, you know. So she forward to spend it to I and I still, and you know, end up jump on the one the far right, you know, and end up in a Gambia. We even got a Gambia at the time there. It's a trip where when we are go journey with sister same way, and you know, all the matter, you know, she the really, you know, I did the whole thing.
So hold on. You said that very nonchalant. So your journey with Sizzla Kalonji.
Yeah,
What
in that
was the
journey.
eye connection with the music? Because when you talk about the music now, you've gone into something where may have great interest, you know?
No, I want to tell you, say, journey, that was the trip to Gambia. We actually went on the same flight, from Jamaica to Gambia. So
Okay.
yeah, that is all we could have reason say journey with him them time there. But not
Okay.
really
So
a part.
you weren't part of his team.
No, me and Bongo Bash and a virgin named Kimati we live in Kenya right now.
Yes.
Uh, we pay our fare and journey. And I
Okay.
want to tell you say the Gambia experience, Rasquazi, is a terrible experience,
Okay. What?
Because when I go Gambia, you find say we meet the president of Gambia. Yeah, Jammy them time there.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, we look like Marcus Garvey, you know? Yeah, a man will look like a black Marcus around there. And when I meet him after we go through in our stadium one night, I tell him, say, Honorable Yaya Jammy, I want to be a resident of the Gambia. And him said to I say, where do you come from? And I tell him, say, and I come from Jamaica. Him say to I and I say, do you know that the Queen of England is the head of state for your country? And I said to him, say, I and I burn the Queen. And him said to I and I say, do you know that the Queen of England is the head of state for your country? And I tell him, say, you and Haile Selassie I is my head of state and not my chest. And him laugh. You see me? Him laugh and call him tourist minister, a woman named Fatumas Joe Benjai, and say, Fatumas, give him a passport. Why? Selassie I. We end up not get the passport, Rasquazi.
Why you not get the passport?
Power struggle, we don't know the end of it, so we just love it. But something go on there. I tell you, and we end up, I want to tell us that really Earth is still knocking. I tell you,
Man. So close.
That was the second worst thing happened to I and I for my journey in Rastafari.
Wow, so close.
Really.
So how did I feel as a ghetto youth coming to the continent, touch down on the continent first time? How did what was that experience like?
I tell you, I say, Rasquazi, so when I forward, it's like I stay on as a man and I end up find myself, build up my little room as a man where we are hustling at the street and things. So we end up build up my little place as a ghetto youth where everyone want a roof over him head. We didn't get a relocation from which part we there. So we end up put on some room on it and get it kind of uncomfortable. I find myself with 500,000 Rasquazi. I mean, I say, a trip I go Africa, 300,000 for the package for the fare. And I just buy it and get the 2,000 and just put it on and just buy some US put in my pocket for you. I have no more money in Jamaica and I come forward. I tell you, some of you go Africa, because I guess what? You see Africa to me, everything,
Heaven.
Me not gonna be like a Christian, because I watch a pastor them and notice that not even one good pastor can reach a heaven. So got to tell a one how heaven look. But I know say I ancient them and even I musician virgin them a chat Mama Africa. So we know say our thing is a reality.
Reality.
So me just spend my one money for you and just go in Africa. The only money we have when I forward for you is the why I return with.
Wow.
Real sacrifice. And I tell you say I never feel better about the money where I spend. But when I there in Africa, I go to a place named Kunta Kinte Island. And when I walk off in a Gambia there, when I walk off at the boardwalk over there, so I feel the current. I feel I goody, give I that feeling. A different feeling in my soul.
Different feeling.
Like some I touch somewhere now where my ancestor really when make that shot there, I return. I feel like say I connect. I just me get that feeling like I'm dead around 2-3 days already, 4 days already before we make that journey there. But that journey there now, that's me go a place of them originally named James Island.
Okay.
over there, so I'm gonna feel the current.
Feel
You
that
know?
current.
Yeah, and I want to tell you, say, I go to Gambia as a Rasta man where I know nothing about another faith and would have heard people speak away about the next faith, you know. And then when I go in a Gambia, I find that faith there, and 98% of the faith in the Gambia, you know. And then I
Yes.
find that the people have been so loving, virgin, and warm.
The
That's
Muslim,
it.
yeah.
I want to go on, how them try to treat with like people, and if you just develop something in your mind and think of a set of people in a way. But when you realize that them people are loving people, so that was a discovery for me, you know, for going go see how the Muslim them love it, not for the Muslim them that's so. Because that's what I'm going to learn, so what? In my mind and the concept coming from the West, you know, I never look for see that. But when I go in a Gambia and the love what the ones them show me, some of them are my virgin until now. You know what I mean? They loving you with them.
How long did you stay there in total?
You know, so I just spent around 10, 11 days in there.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
you
And
know,
did you go to any other countries on that trad, or you just Gambia and forward in?
you know, so when you go Gambia with the flying to Senegal,
Okay.
you know, yeah, in Dakar, you know. Otherwise, it's just Gambia at that time there, and we just go up on some little thing in some place like Joffrey, and them place where them say Kunta Kente originate from,
Okay,
you know.
okay.
Yeah, when over there, so we go over them place there, and we go to some place like Canalai Village. Canalai Village are the village where Yaya Jammeh originate from,
Okay.
you know. Yeah. You
So
know,
tell us that story about how I got to meet the president, and did Sizzla perform on that trip?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So tell us how did that, what was the impact of that performance, and how did you meet the president?
First thing, when I and I go in at the place and go in there with the president with Sister Kalanji, it was a different thing in Gambia. It's like, you know, it was a night, and I'm gonna tell the I said it's motorcade from the airport go straight to the hotel. The whole street busy everywhere with people that says Sister Kalanji Almighty down there. The people them love Sister, you know, in Gambia. A king round there. Yeah, man. Motor Baroka did round the same way, you know, on the journey, same way.
Okay, big up motor.
Virgin names, Scatulus with them little daughter.
Okay.
You know? Yeah. You know, but I'm gonna tell us it was Irie, and it's just be a love for I. I really appreciate the love of the people, I'm sure, and you know. He's a man where we did it, was like a guest of the president, you know, so every move I move with the all security, but more I may have left them because me want to go connect with the people and thing. Me want to feel the real Gambia, you know, so me have to walk every time he's a walker. You know, to really walk with the entourage most time he gone. Yeah, me I go find more, I go connect with some of the people, even though everyone don't know the language and everyone me can't communicate with, but you still have to find someone to communicate with, you know?
Mighty.
Yeah, man.
And that's what I love about the eye. And as I say, we're honored to have the eye on this platform. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to the platform. We have Rastafari brethren here, elder brethren for I and I, but is a brethren where, as they are here, dignitary, you know, a brethren that is doing mighty works in Montego Bay. Just told us about the street university bringing knowledgeable ones. He said the music was going astray, so them start bring ones who could educate the ones them about Rastafari. And who are some of the people that you brought in for the street university? I don't think I asked the eye. Who are some of the names?
Yeah, for instance, now at the street university with the Diana, we are bringing some brethren like Ras Tafari and them man that come reason with the community. You know, one point, we bring in Iron Station, some brethren, Iron Kanaka and some youth. You know, Iron Station was part of that. You know, it was like Street University was really a Rasta village and Root House vibration at that time. Kanaka, the Virgin Kanaka was always a part of it and come give that strength. You know, so each time all the vibes, the virgin them would have passed through, and the Rasta community in Montego Bay that turn up and we are show documentary. There was a time in about 2010 when we invite Dr. Kadamawi Knife, you know, walk forward and come through and give strength and, you know, reason with the youth them and setting up small business and, you know, yeah, give a great strength and thing.
Give thanks, give thanks.
Yeah.
And remember, we have an interview with Kadamawi Knife on the channel. So you can go check. He was actually the first Lion Talk Live that we ever did. The first time we did this platform was with Dr. Knife. We know Dr. Knife from 2001 Upper UE, you know. So, you know, over 2 decades, you know, we go forward with that connection. So give thanks for that works. Now let's talk about RMO, because the I is one of the founding members of the RMO. Why has Root House, or why did the Montego Bay family decide that they want to join the Rastafari Mansion and organization?
Why, you know, sir, it's only one way enough for and it's a unified way. You know, and we need that one voice, you know, and that is our first vision in a Rastafari. That is the whole essence of Root House. That's why we say root, you know, because we are talking Haile Selassie I, you know. And then the other root we are speak of, you know, we are speak of Haile Selassie, the thing that we can call Rastafari, you know, and that really are the root. So we always would have to be part of that one voice and that togetherness, you know. And we are see RMO now as that type of umbrella government. We still open up and willing now to accept other organization, you know, yeah, within Rastafari, and to make we have that one voice so we can speak to our brethren and sisters international, you know, through a one voice from Jamaica, which the one them generally look towards that, you know. Yeah, so being part of the RMO is, you know, I think I step in the right direction of that unified way, or His Majesty would say organize and centralize, you know. Yeah. Give thanks to even be part of that unity.
Give thanks for the I leadership, you know, and the I strength within that uprising. So talk to us about now the second journey to Africa. You went to Gambia, you come forward with just the money you had. You have to start forward again, you know, but me know say you never stop lesser. So what happened?
You see, coming from Gambia now, you know, His Majesty really blessed the whole church now. Because we journey from Gambia, you know, and, you know, we're forwarding, and that was 2014, and, you know, 2015, you find that, you know, we have ganja rights. So I know, you know, end up becomes a part of Rastafari in identity, you know, within the, you know, the Rastafari family who go and keep this ganja show when name Roots Fest.
Yes.
Hosted by
Big up
Rastafari. Naturally, ancient
King Tomo and the ones that we work on the first, that was a history.
Yeah, man, Sister Mitzi first, man, you
Sister
know.
Mitzi first, man.
The whole Rastafari community, you know.
Yeah, man.
Because that was about, you know, Rasta and identity, you know, and you know, it was the first ganja show legally, you know, that got through. So it was a joy. So, you know.
So stick a pin. Let's talk about that. What, you know, there was a Ganja Dangerous Drugs Act amendment that was passed. Give us a little history for those who are not aware what the law was in Jamaica as it relates to ganja, and then you know, what the act allowed, as much as the I is aware, you know.
Naturally, yeah. So in 2015, you know, April 2015, you know, you find say the law amend and come forward. So we, you know, as Rastafari start get the knowledge, because you find say down at the same show Roots Fest, you know, down at Roots Fest now, the Ministry of Justice was down there giving out some little, you know, booklet,
Okay.
you know, with the amendment. So I did receive them booklet there and I looked through it and start realize that Rasta have rights. You know, see it? And we start to say rule against possession of ganja, summarized at 7, 8, and 9 above, do not apply to any of the following. And we look on it and we see the first following on it, we say religious sacrament adhering to Rastafari faith. And then we look further down and we see you know, medical research, therapeutic research and scientific research and medical and therapeutic and thing. So realize and then the fourth one down on that now realize is I want to have a license. I want to hold a license. But all of these ones now, you find so the scientific research and the medical, you know, you find say and therapeutic, you find say them one they need someone to authorize them.
Yes.
You know? Yeah, but you find say with the Rastafari one now, there is no one to authorize Rasta concerning imposition. You know? And we realize that now from a tender age and just start function within that way. You know, knowing so we have our rights and we try to even form the organization rather now, you know, through the collective.
Yes.
You know, knowing so we have a right. You know? Yeah, knowing we have a right now. So you know.
There I was one of the founding members of Raga.
Yeah, first man and the ones them and Kamau and you know.
Okay.
Early stage we are go up a Kamau gates. You know?
So tell the people who are not familiar, what does Raga acronym stand for? This is again we're bringing frontline workers people to the platform. This is not people who sit down in them house and a dream about Rastafari. These are ones who are actively in the front, and I want to introduce them to the global family because oftentimes the narrative is that Rastafari people just sit down and smoke herb and listen to reggae music and we not do nothing. So I want to dispel that myth because we have ones who are doing the work, you know, and they don't get the highlight because the focus is on the artist. I see the Iras child in the comments about a hot fire upon the artist, but really and truly the artists were never leaders within Rastafari that I know, you know, from my child, but I never seen an artist lead anything within community works, you know what I mean? So we can't put too much upon them, although they rise up holy power warriors, yes, through the music when the music is right, but we can't depend on them to really lead. So I want to bring forward ones like Negos, like we had Sister Nani, like, you know what I mean, holy other ones who are actually doing the work on the ground. Big up Sister Nani and next sister from Moby. That interview is up on the channel as well. Coral Garden Benevolent Society.
Big up Sister Nani.
Yeah, man. Big up Sister Nani. So bring us forward now. To the reasoning and what I was blocking about trying to Africa. You know, because we're going to bring it forward to the unity and the works moving forward. Because I don't just want to talk about the past. We were talking about the ganja amendment. It's so much thing, people. We get excited sometimes, but you know, we want to stay up on the topic them. So the ganja amendment, you say it free up Rastafari Roots Fest. So to touch on that part there.
Yeah.
Founding member of Raga.
Yeah, founding member of Raga. Yeah. Well, yes, Rastafari Roots Fest or Raga. Which one of them?
Raga. Give us just the Raga.
Raga. Raga, Rastafari and Grassroots Ganja Grower Association.
Okay.
You know? Yeah, that is Raga.
And there I was a founding member, and Raga was formed to deal with ganja in terms of the sacramental use, right?
Yeah. Raga is the ones them now who really and truly step up front and go knock on the door of the government minister to make them know, say, all right, you know, Rastafari have him rights and rights in the book of law, and, you know, yeah, we need to can cultivate with ganja, we need to can put on event, and we need to can have that possession of ganja, you know, freely and things. So, you know, rather would be that ones who agitate for the rights in terms of going a discussion and, you know, with the ones them for knowing say recognize the Rastafari rights. And even today, even today, where it reach now. You see me? Yeah. Where it reach right now is a journey, you know, because you find say there was a time when I, you know, rather try to reach out to the Justice Minister, and it really takes some time for, you know, connect with them. But I find say now kind of get a bit easier because we are talk to them and we are get some results in terms of communication and in terms of freeing up.
Very important, very important. And, you know, I know we're going to be making some announcement in terms of RMO shortly
Yeah,
about informing the community. So stay tuned, you know, Lion Voice. Again, Rastafari own media. We're going to be sharing with the people. There's a lot of information to share around where the ganja is going in Jamaica, but it's key part of Rastafari, Chad. And I touched on this, and we're not going to touch, but I want the audience to know that right now, our elder brethren here, Negos, is in front of the court on a ganja-related case, dealing with possession and dealing. Of course, if it's over a certain quantity, this is the charges that you're going to get. So even though the amendment, you know, I said one, there's confusion, and now the matter is before the court. So we cannot, you know, I spoke to his attorney, you know, I'm an attorney, so I'm awfully responsible before I bring anyone on the platform. I spoke with his attorney. So we got the clearance to have this interview. But I want to make it very clear to the family that this issue around ganja and the sacramental use is not settled in Jamaica. The impression that the globe has is that Jamaica is a Rastafari paradise. Just generally, Negos, talk to us about, you know, our Rastafari just are being persecuted for herbs still in Jamaica. Don't talk about the I case, no, nothing around that, but just generally from your observation as a community, you know, one who's active, what is the state of affairs there?
right now, in terms of Rastafari, there is a level of freedom for I and I with herbs wearing, you know, but there are still those who will still come in an I and I space and still come in and try to create some issues with I and I, undermining I and I rights, you know? Yeah, but it's like to know your rights, you know, is one thing, and, you know, to act towards it is the next thing. So you find say I and I know as Rastafari, who know I and I rights, we will continue to do the things them what we know say, you know, it is right concerning Rastafari, you know, and I and I sacramental rights, you know, written in the book of law, and I and I free for as a youth to reach over 18 years old, any youth at all as Rastafari, you have the right to apply for your space to cultivate your herbs. You have the right to apply for an exempt event, you know, and you also have the right to position, you know. Yeah, these are the reality we're happening in Jamaica right now. And in terms of that now, you find say, even as we did a speak on Raga, you
Yes.
find say due to the agitation of Raga right now, you find say about 60 other ones, you know, documents gone out for reach 60 as ones. If it not reach them, it might soon reach them, you know. We're in them ones that space recognized and it gazette in the you know, gone out in the land, send out to the thing to the station them. So them know say alright, Rastafari have some space, or Rastafari are doing thing. So something are going and some next thing still are going.
Progress.
You know
Yes,
what I mean?
progress. Yes.
Yeah. So I check
So,
say,
so we're gonna have that information because I'm gonna bring on some episode just about Raga and just about the what's happening. We'll do a panel discussion. There, I invited to come forward. I speak with First Man and others. We'll make sure that we're clear. We can bring Ras Marcus and others to talk about that. And I want to make it clear to the family that in the Jamaica, the amendment to the Dangerous Drug Act, when it says possession, there's no limit that is outlined in the law. And this is creating some of the contention on the ground, because Rastafari are still at the will of the police, who, interpreting, or some of them are not familiar with the law. So we have an uneven application. So the brethren you're looking at history right now. This brethren, when you look at big seminal court cases in the United States on civil rights and these kind of things, we're in a situation like that, and Elder Negos here is on the front line of that, where history will write this brethren's story. So very important, and this is why one of the reasons I wanted the brethren to be able to come forward and just let the ones them know, when is your next court case date?
our next court case is the 19th of October.
All right, so just around the corner, and that's where in Montego Bay Courthouse.
Yeah, Montego Bay Courthouse,
And we give thanks because we have some community members that have been attending the court, giving their support. So I want to just take time and big up all of those community members that have been supporting the brethren through this tribulation time, because the brethren, never have to stand up. Him could have easily take a plea or do whatever, but the brethren stand up for the rights of Rastafari. So big up all of the Rastafari family who have been supporting the brethren, all who want to support the brethren. You have the information that's there. This is serious. So that aside now, because I want to get in some more of this Africa chat. This is a repatriation channel, Negos. This channel here, we love talk about Africa because I talked to some sisters, and the sisters said that Rastafari have lost the fire for repatriation. So may I ask being in Jamaica, has the ones them in Jamaica, the Rastafari family, lost that passion for repatriation? What going on the ground?
Well, Rastafari in general would have never lost,
Yes.
repatriation, because that has always been, the Rasta journey, back to Africa, return to Africa. So when we speaking, we find say as a reality we not see enough one the heading in that direction, but we know say all of the Rasta brethren them really want to go home to Africa, especially the divine Rasta youth them who sincerely, most time where a man might have look on a repatriation where you might look for say, international repatriation if a man a move at one time, but even I know how I see it, and we have created some little thing is that even I we're doing Root House now. We have a Sankofa vibration where, last year we bring 2 of our elders from out of Root House to our ancient matriarch and ancient patriarch, bring them go Tanzania, them land in Ethiopia, pass through the motherland same way, and spend a couple months in Tanzania and hold a joy and return, and because that was them desire for return and thing. But that are the mission where we really depend in terms of repatriation and back to Africa. We see it as a reality. We see it as acquire land in Africa and start up business. We see Africa as a place, even Tanzania, where we're journeying now. We kind of love Tanzania. It's a nice place, really loving, and a lot of food there.
You love the beach vibes. You love the beach vibes, niggas. How a beach vibes you love or what?
Whenever we're there Dar es Salaam and go down at the beach, go look. We never really there. You know, the rest of space them where the beach there, but we did there up in the hills at Kilimanjaro, I live, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but enough people think Kilimanjaro, they are Kenya or Tanzania, really.
Yeah, man, at Kilimanjaro, I live, man. Right,
Okay.
you know, right in at the foot of Kilimanjaro, a place near Moshe. You know?
Okay. So the I
Yeah.
know daughter Aini.
Yeah. I want to tell us that and I'm a mother, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. That's a family, you know. That's a family. She
Yeah, man.
you can watch it. She did an interview on the platform too. You can watch one of the early Lion Talk was with daughter Aini. And actually she was the one who blocked the sound, say Rastafari lose them fire, you know, for repatriation. She said, you know, she don't really feel a fire there again, you know.
She free if you say that in the car. You see, she, you know, she's a repatriation mama where they're all over Africa and really has spread her wing in Africa and really, you know. But I admire her on her journey, you know, which is journey Africa, you know. Powerful mama, you know.
Yes. It
guy.
is small world. Yeah, man, because you know, long time we know that Aini. So Tanzania, why? So is Kilimanjaro draw you, or what? Why Tanzania? Why not Ghana? Why not Ethiopia? Why not Kenya? What about Tanzania? Call to the eye.
I check that Tanzania is a type of people with you know, Pomoja, you know, unity people. I check say that people them loving. That kind of loving set of people, man, you know. Yeah. And I want to tell you say no food around there, you know. Rasta food, all type of vegetable we don't know from the west. Around there, you know. So, you know, the people them do a lot of farming around there.
Okay.
People them farm all on the roadside. You know? Yeah. And I check says a high place fire. You know, and there's a nice Rasta community there.
Yes.
Because when we're there in Tanzania, you know, every Thursday we hold some reason with the Rastafari them in Tanzania and link up and brethren from Dar es Salaam and brethren from Erosion, you know, Moshi brethren them same way.
Yes.
You know, whole heap of brethren from, you know, Tanga, different region where the brethren them there and thing, and we try hold a little reason every Thursday night and reason upon the togetherness because in Tanzania you find say certain things set in Tanzania already, you know, because you have some brethren that go there, you know. Professor Ken, you know, Edward,
Yes,
you know,
yes.
call him Uncle Ole, you know, and you know, some of the brethren them they did there from them time there, you know, Daniel Hartman,
Yes.
you know, yeah, some of them ancient that did around there. And them did a reason with the government, which was Julius Nyerere from them times there.
Yes.
You know? Ras Bopi and them brethren there were the round there, you know. So you find say Ras Bopi them and Julius Nyerere did have certain type of relation where them see Rastafari as a special case in a Tanzania. You know, so certain documents where I man go see did met links where them did give Rasta land and thing and you know see I as a special case and they'd give them ones you know resident and you know I know would have our system where we can go in and apply, go through the immigration and just do the protocol and you know so certain thing they set around there for repatriation. You know, it's just I know for going and activate it. So we did a reason with them thing there with the brethren them around there, some brethren some of that Tarama, you know, Tanzania Rastafari movement and you know, some youth around the Kimara, some youth Ras Mambo, you know. Yeah, some higher brethren, you know, Isla full Rasta brethren, some brethren around Moshi same way, Gaddy, Ras Richie, you know, Kolole around the same way, you know, some youth Kilanga from around Arosha, you know, our brethren Kush round there, Iron Kush from St. Mary, you know. They're around there, a resident around there, well known to the Tanzanian family. Them love him very much. You know what I mean?
Give thanks.
Yeah. So, you know, it's a joy I go on around the brethren. We have all the brethren around the name Ras Joko around there, still a whole of vibes around there and you know, whole heap of ones. You know,
possibility, whole heap of potential and possibility.
Yeah. You have Ita and them youth around there farm down the whole place, and you know, so there's a whole heap of things going around there. You know, a whole heap of man from the west round there, and even in Kenya still. Kenya is a higher place. You know? Yeah, but Tanzania more, you know, lay back, you know, Rasta vibes.
That's what I hear. I hear
You
Kenya
know?
is more
City.
fast-paced.
Fast
City.
place, and you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, big up the youth them in Kenya, because we have some brethren around Kenya, you know. We have all some nieces, nephew, we have nephews around there too, you know, and niece around Kenya, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a big up a Kenyan family, you know.
Big up the
Yeah,
Kenyan
man.
family.
We have a brethren named Naftali around Kenya, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, now place them Kittingela. You know, big up Naftali Empress, big up the youth them. You know, cause we have the eyes of a Kenya family, cause them youth there. We go around Kenya in a far right, go stay with some brethren around there. You see that brethren there, Naftali. Respect the youth there. Because you find so when I go check the brethren, as Rasta and you left. You know, me I left Tanzania, me alone I go Kenya, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, eh? Yeah, as a man from here, and you know, you just left from an African country go to the next country and things.
Yeah, just go drop in and see what
brethren,
going.
right? Yeah. I'm go over there and go link up the brethren, and from I call him, from I get a call and call him, just send a bike, and the bike just bring me go straight and gates and thing, you know. And I go over him gates, I go over there go see a little princess over there named Naya, a little Rasta princess, about maybe 3 years old or 4. You know what I mean, eh?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And then I go see a little youth named Vaughn over there. And, you know, Vaughn about 8 years old. And then you have a little twin, one named Lion, and one of them named Zion. You know, it's a twin that I'm a virgin twin that, you know, Rasta youth them, you know.
Rastafari family.
Rasta youth them, you know.
Yeah.
And then now, me all heal up all them youth there, you know, me I heal them and say Rastafari. Me give a little one Vaughn that say, Rastafari never die. You know, so we just want the eye for know said the youth them even in Kenya, you know, the rich, it's there. And I tell you something.
I tell people, you know, I tell people that is only we self Rastafari good, you know, because some people say, boy, we need to go home. I say Rastafari is home, you know, is I need to be there, because even if nobody else to reach, Rastafari is sealing at that. You know what I mean?
Man.
And spreading. Because it's not just there, it's spreading, you know what I mean? Cause every time I go forward to the continent, we see more Ras rising, and university youth, you know, ghetto youth, all kind of youth embrace this chad. So, and no shot, no fire, no conversion, no evangelism or go on, you know what I mean? Word, sound, and power. And the youth, them must seek his face, you know? So we really, really give thanks for the eye treading in. Let us know what is the future for Rastafari Root House. What is the future for the eye, you know, Negos, in terms of what I vision.
The future for Rastafari Root House is the same future for I, and it's Africa is the future, you know. Yeah, we just round us wait upon our leaders them in Africa, you know, to put them the mind in the right frame, you know, and just project the unify Africa, and the unify Africa will be the new world, you know. Even they see them create a new world order is Africa, you know, it's a new world rise upon them, and we don't really need the West after a while, you know, because we are go home, you know. So repatriation is Root House mission. You know, back to Africa. May be fed, naked, clothed, sick, nourished, aged, protected, infant, care for. You know, that is our mission. Root House the things like back to school treat and them things that you fire.
Yeah,
you know?
Talk to us about the other works, man.
Yeah, man, we do back to school treat. You know, the Ghetto, we get trampoline and bounce about and books and bags and, you know, gift package and thing, and, you know, give strength to the youth them same way. You know? Yeah, so those are some of the work where we are really personal at do, and you know, and our reality today we just like anyone at the organ. Some of our members them they all over the world, to them gone, the virgin them gone and live them life, some of it on grandparents. So, you know, yeah. That's our reality right now.
Yeah. And
still
I think
we keep the fire burning.
I think what I say is in key, because the Jamaica government needs to know that the more they empower the Rastafari organizations, the more it's going to help with crime prevention. Because you see that the guys in the ghetto doing back to school, you're working with the youth, them, you're bringing street university. You know, this is helping with the crime prevention, because even if a youth meditate badness, at least there's an alternative that he can see of positivity that is happening in his midst. So I think the Jamaica government need to really be keen and not see Rastafari as an enemy. But this is one of your greatest assets to deal with the crime issue in these communities where there's lack of opportunity. The more you empower ones, like, because I'm sure if I had the resources, they would be employing enough of the little youth them too, you know?
Naturally. You know, because even now with a life, you know, so we have a space where we have project, you know, lot of skill, practical education for the youth, them, you know. So a youth can learn a skill, so him know say, all right, in the future, him can live off of that and him can strengthen him family, you know.
So you mean like trades like plumbing and them kind of thing there?
Yeah,
electrician,
carpentry, you know.
Carpentry, yeah, man.
Electrician and them things, the mechanic and all of these things, you know. Yeah, that are the strength. You know, once upon a time, we did have a homework center, but it never really worked out that much, because you find say that space over there, the government, them they just come lit down the building, the call the building wasn't really high and high, we just did a govern it. Okay. So when them see the move and see say, if you open up that thing here, so, you know, look like them can take it from high and high again. Them decide to just carry some prisoner and come lick it down and just, you know, so I saw come reach, that's where we then out. That's a man can stay with up on the roadside, but we then one space where it was an Irish space, you know. And I must say Root House moved from whole heap of spaces, you know, because, you know, once upon a time I even there Rose Heights, you know, bringing a lot of love to the community in Rose Heights, you know, bring Rastafari, liberty and the culture. And there was a time when we have a space to serve the people and food, and, you know, the whole thing was very airy, you know. There was a time when the community in violence, and we bring a Rastafari football team and, you know, link up with the youth and Belly Rex and the youth them and create a league up there to bring back the love. And Rastafari was there, you know, because we not touch a football team in a Root House, you know, we have a football team from...
Touch it, man, because I works that too, you know.
The 90s.
Yeah, man, it works that, you know.
We have a football team from the 90s where you see that football team that we nice up every community. We touch the youth them all both in a community, because it's a lion upon the ball and the lion them a ball at up. And I like say it's just joy, you know. Some serious baller where they play Premier League, and, you know, some more and the Lion them come together, another soft team, you know.
Yeah, man.
So most time we go in a community, go win out and go and find, so we go in some community, you know, in some league I play. We find say even if the ones them who cheer for them community team, you find say most time we and them team are playing, them crowd and up a cheer for we, because we go to give them some ball, and, you know them way there, and we go to knock some ball and we pass it around really good, and we have some skill exhibition, Rasta, you know. Terribly, you know, some Ras Iron and them youth there, you know. You know, say a whole heap of youth, you know, and we bring joy, you know, actually all of the community them in a Montego Bay, from CLM to, you know, Granville to, you know, Flanker to all the community them. We play in a Green Pond, Farmites, Catchinal, you know, plus in our community same way, and, you know, yeah, we have the Rasta team now that at the early stage, and then now the find say we are participating in a Master League now, you know. Yeah, we are participating in a whole heap of thing now with the ones them, you know. Yeah, but sometime now, kind of not so easy to find the far right them again, because, you know, in terms of the football now, while a man get busy and a man have to do him things, so in terms of training sometime, we don't have the training vibes. you know,
Yeah.
more gather upon.
That is the inflation and people are try to survive, you know.
Right. So upon the Sunday when on the game now, the ones that we turn up and thing, you know. So more of that vibes are going on with the football team now. But we're there for I still. I keep the movements alive and always I represent and, you know, be part of the oneness of Rastafari and the togetherness and, you know, that what Root House mean, you know, giant
Yeah, man.
Rastafari, you know.
We give thanks and just to seal up because we almost gone 2 hours already, you know. So we give thanks for the treading up. The title of this was The Roots of Rastafari. We talk about Haile Selassie. We touch on repatriation. We touch on ganja. But I want the eye as we seal up. And to all of the Lion Pride, big up yourself. If you have not subscribed to the platform and you're watching, the 20 of us who are watching, big up the hundreds that will watch later. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, like and share. You have to shake up the algorithm, make it send out to the four corners of the earth these reasonings to let the people know that Rastafari is doing the work, that there is a remnant globally that is coming together to rise Rastafari to its glory days, because the greatest days for Rastafari are ahead of I and I. So make sure you subscribe and lock in, because we're just getting started. But I want I seal up the show, Negos, by just, you know, talk to us about what I think is the root of Rastafari that we need to build moving forward into this Armageddon. You know, we see the prophecy are fulfilled. You know, war in Jerusalem, war in Russia, you know, Africa, you know, shaking, you know, upheaval, inflation, plagues, lockdown. You know, we see the landscape, you know, Franken food, you name it, robots, AI, everything will go on one time like a movie. What is the root that Rastafari need to build? And I want I seal up with this sound.
Yes, I journey right now for I journey right now, you know, as Rastafari is our unity, as His Majesty said, is our greatest asset, you know. So I need to see, you know, a unified vibes and knowing that it's back to Africa where I did repatriation, you know. Yeah, love, you know, to the Rastafari community and don't make the beast, you know, rise up against I, that's I end up turn against I self in these judgment days, yeah. You know, that I, you know, continue to do the work but I set out for do as Rastafari, you know, is to lead the people them back to Mama Africa, bring home our people, you know. So that is the mission where I supposed to fulfill. And, you know, that is what I want to see the Rastafari community, you know, connect to the root. Because, as I said, the root, Ethiopia is our root, the foundation, you know, because even when I journey by road go Ethiopia, you find say at the border of Kenya and Ethiopia there was a sign say welcome to the land of origin, Ethiopia. So that is the route, you know, where I need to find. You know? Yeah. I'm gonna take a wash over Wanda Guinness, you know. Yeah. Haile Selassie I.
Rastafari.
Yeah,
So,
and I must seal up with say there's a place in Ethiopia named Wanda Guinness. The ones them say anytime you go over there and take a wash off in that hot water, you're 7 years younger. You know see it? And Wanda Guinness is really Amharic word where interpreting in English wonders of heaven. And I learned say it's Haile Selassie give that place the name Wanda Guinness. So Haile Selassie they see that show the eye them say it's really heaven there, you know. It's Ethiopia, you know. Land
Zion.
of origin. Yeah, man. That's right there.
When you visit there, you feel that energy, that anciency, you know. So I recommend to everyone touch Ethiopia, touch into that thin, high altitude. You're way up in the clouds, you know. When you're there, Ethiopia, you're way up in the clouds. I remember the first time I go Ethiopia, I'm a run up a stairs. I'm have to bend over. I'm tired. You know what I mean? forget say me hoping at the cloud, you know.
Aye.
Say why? Cause me's a man fit, you know. Me always run upstairs, you understand? And me run up the stairs and I remember me short a breath and I say, oh, you know? And then I remember, okay, at 9,000 feet above sea level, me there.
Yeah, man. Heights.
Heights of heights. So real life, you know,
Yes, sir.
up in the sky. So give thanks for Elder Ras Negos blessing us from Montego Bay live. Again, if you have not subscribed, subscribe. This is the platform we're bringing you Rastafari, ones on the front line. I'm asking everyone to put out a prayer. The brethren is going forward to court. On the ganja issue, we will bring you the update here once we know what's happening. But do know that Rastafari in Jamaica is still under attack for the sacramental herb. We still have issues. We still have battles fighting in the West as we prepare to go home. Give thanks, Negos, for the I blessing this platform with the I story, the I journey. You know what I mean? This will be the first, hopefully, of many. We're going to ask the I to come forward once everything resolved with the case so we can talk about that part more detail, you know, and the I can even share that journey with I. And again, big up all of the Lion Pride. Big up all of the Lion Pride. Remember, join us on the Patreon, you know, $5 a month, $10 a month. You're out in Babylon, I buy coffee, I buy all kind of things. Support the platform so we can build a studio in Africa. And bring some higher quality content. We want to get into animation. We want to get into all kind of different stories, movies, all them things that we want to deal with, you know, here on the Lion Voice Network. So help us to support, build the vision, Rastafari own multimedia. It's important that we tell our own story. Why? Because the time has come for the Lions to tell our own story. And this is the Lion Voice.
Rastafari, Selassie I.
First.
Yes, sir.
I'm Nana Farika. The time has come for the lioness to tell her story from her viewpoint and tell the world who Queen Omega is. This is the lion's voice.
Well, Lion Voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion Voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion Voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion Voice, got to show the people them the life. Lion Voice.